Are we working? Are we cooking?
That's what he said.
Okay, come on, working, cooking, living. I love it. We're here. We're live.
Yes, we are.
We're back. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
In the City Living Room.
Black in the City. It's episode 124. It's popping.
Hey,
it's popping.
you know what I'm saying? We coming to you live from Mead Street Studio in our favorite living room. You know, we got the vibes. Talea got us some incense, so we really feeling very Erykah Badu.
It's really a vibe in here. It's like we could like put a spell on somebody.
Hey, you know, sometimes you got to get the voodoo going, and people don't know how to act, and I feel like that's completely
What
fine.
kind of voodoo are you talking about?
I mean,
I'm Christian.
I'm from the Caribbean, so you know,
she crazy.
I could find it. I don't do it, but I know people who know.
I don't even play like that.
I know Haitians. You know,
I know
them niggas be doing stuff.
I enjoy the food. That's it.
You right?
Yeah. What's up?
Nothing, chilling. How was your weekend? Man? How was your long weekend that there wasn't a holiday to celebrate, but simply Juneteenth? You know, the second.
Honestly, it was a holiday to be celebrated. Okay.
What was the holiday?
Independence of these nuts. No,
okay.
It was Burnt Hot Dog Day.
It was Burnt Hot Dog Day. We had some steak too.
It was steak. Yeah, it was a thing. I tasted it.
Some hot links.
Yeah, I definitely tasted that too.
And some burgers.
I put that in my mouth too.
That
was good.
It was bussin'.
I had a lot of libations.
You did a lot going on.
I had a lot of libations, and I fell asleep. It was a lot to take in, and then I had to get up really early for a braiding appointment. Shout out to my braider at Seattle African Braids. Ladies, guys,
yes,
if you guys are looking for a reliable, quick braider, she's great. She's out in Kent, but she's really, really great braider. And what else happened?
I feel like you did a lot. I only saw you on Juneteenth the 2nd, so
no, you saw me on Sunday too.
I did.
And then
yes,
today.
I did. But I didn't see you Friday.
You?
I didn't see you Friday. What did you Friday?
One can only be so lucky. Well, so on
Shut up.
Friday, I hung out with my dear friend Monisa. That was nice. We got to catch up.
Cute. Hey, Monisa girl.
Friends since high school, and we used to have a podcast together called Black and Sweet.
Come on, Black and Sweet.
Yeah, I was like, that was the name.
Y'all sound nasty.
Yeah, something is Black and Sweet. Yeah, and so we just that podcast disbanded because we were all just on our own, like doing our own thing. She's a comedian, so we were all doing our own creative endeavors, and I was trying to like hold up a t-shirt business that I didn't really want to do anymore. So it was a lot. So it was a thing, and so then what happened? We hung out. Friday, okay.
I'm saying Friday.
The washing machine broke at my apartment, so I had to go. I had to go to the homie's house. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
And do some laundry, but that was cool because it was free. So shout out to the homie.
Hey, you goddamn right.
That's what I'm saying. And so then Saturday, Sunday we saw each other.
Yeah.
I was just running late to life on Sunday. It was a lot to take in. There was what happened. I got my hair braided. I got in the hoopty with my driver. My driver was low key very. She was very vulgar, but I kind of liked it. But then
verbose.
Huh?
Was she vulgar or just talked a lot? Like was she just? Verbose?
No, she was saying a lot of curse words.
Oh,
yeah, but it was fine. She was like black or whatever, but I was in a hurry, so I wasn't trying to hear it. Like she was
talking
my head off, and I was trying to get out the car. I was already running late. It was just a lot to take in, and so then I was.
Bro, when Sierra pulled up, I saw her try to get out of the car, and she was still like turning around talking. Like that lady was talking her ear off. Like
she might as well grab me by my bra
trying to get
strap.
out.
That's how much it was going on. I was like, girl, I gotta go, because she told me she had the Rona back in the day.
No, she didn't.
When it first came out on Netflix, yeah, she said she had it, but she doesn't have it anymore. She's clean.
I don't know if I believe it.
She's asthmatic. She had it in February. She's okay. Yeah.
She told me her whole life story.
I know everything. Okay. I know she got kids. I know how old her mama is. It's a lot to take in. So pretty much, I'm having her first child next week. It's a lot. So
okay.
Yeah. So then, as I was running late, we did the Summer 16 podcast with Tunde and John. And that is. Oh, are we yawning?
Yeah, I was yawning. I've been yawning all day, even though I slept like 8 hours. But I digress.
Yeah, because somebody had to make the money last night.
Not me. Shit.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm asleep.
So essentially, what happened?
We did
on
the Summer 16
pod. It was good. And you guys know Tunde. Tunde has been on our podcast like 3 or 4 times now. Fan favorite. The ladies love
Tunde.
To harass him, so they love it. So we were on their show. It was a really good time. That episode is going to drop on Wednesday, and we will post it when it drops. Hot fire. Everybody eat it. We're on top. Yeah. So that felt great. And then we did that. And then I left Makeda. And what happened? Makeda went and had her neck out outside. And I wasn't doing that. Yeah.
When did I do that?
You did that yesterday.
Where'd I go?
Is it crack? Huh? I left you at your house and you went away from me.
I did on Sunday?
Yeah, you were out in the sun.
Oh, I was outside. But bitch, she's talking about the rooftop. I went to my own rooftop and laid out in a beach chair and a pool chair. But we don't have a pool. But you get what I'm saying. Like the long, fucking luxurious outside chairs. Anyway, what did I do this weekend? I didn't work on Friday. We had the day off because everybody had the day off. And I enjoyed a very nice day literally inside. I slept in. I think we ordered food for like both meals that day. I didn't do anything except watch movies on Friday, which was super nice. Like it was a great day to just lay around and be great. And then Saturday, of course, I saw you and Kia girl. And we hung out on the roof. You know, Miss Honey was there.
Miss
Y'all
Honey
know her.
was there. Y'all know Miss Honey.
And it was actually really fun. We grilled and we did drink a lot. We had that extra large handle of Jameson.
I was taking shots, and you guys know I don't do shots.
And VOD also. We had all the things.
Yeah, this is where the night took a left turn when Makeda put VOD in my drink. I don't know what happened.
I just felt like you needed to have more fun, and I just wanted to help you get to where we were trying to go. And I just thought that a little VOD and a little lemonade and a little ginger ale would just spritz that shit up.
Well, things happened and choices were made. I just want to let you know
they were. It was.
I didn't do anything too crazy.
And then Sunday I slept in again. I didn't really do shit this weekend. I had some projects I should have been doing. I didn't. I'm
still tired. No.
Minimal motivation.
That's what happened on Saturday.
What?
That's what happened. Saturday, I started off the day on some independent woman.
Oh, you went
stuff.
to get plants with Tunde.
I went to Tunde to go get plants. So
she's
I got
obsessed
3
with plants.
babies.
Now she's got 6 plants at home.
6, 7, 8, 11. I don't know.
6,
Aloysius.
Aloe plant? Is she dying? You killed her?
I didn't kill her, but I did rip off a piece of her arm because my neighbor burned her hand last Monday. So
that's just very nice of you.
I had to save her. So
did
then
you pray over her? Over Aloysius,
Oh no!
After you did the
maybe
damage.
I should say a secret prayer tonight. But no, I gave it to my neighbor because she burned her hand real bad. So I was like, "Oh, girl, rub this shit." And so then I was like, "Sorry, Mama had to use you for a second, but."
It'll go back.
Yeah, I got 3 plants, but it was so fun. I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is adult life. I'm like, adult life. I'm going with my friends to get plants.
I love it. I'm a little sad that I didn't go, but I also don't need any more plants. But I did buy some different plant pots for the plants that I do have, so that I could put them in the windowsill, and that they'll look more uniform. So I got these 3 white pots off of white. White goes with the aesthetic in the living room.
What a choice! So
on
theme.
I need to get some soil so I can repot them into the plants. But I just wanted them to look, more uniform into the pot. But I also got ones that have like a catching tray, how some pots have a little hole in them, and then it's really irritating. But it's got they have their little catching saucer situation, so it should look all cute and uniform. I don't really need anything else to, I think the plants I have are perfectly fine in the space that I have.
So the black
when I get a bigger,
the black pots weren't good enough.
I didn't have black pots before. I had a white and a yellow pot.
Oh, so you always want a white.
No,
racist.
I'm keeping my yellow pot. Okay. The white pot doesn't have a thing. Shut
up.
Well,
I got 2 pots. Mine is not really white. It's more vanilla with some gold, so it doesn't really count.
Come on, vanilla.
And then I got a mahogany one. It feels like marriage. So I'm really excited about plants. That. But I really feel like the vodka that you put in my drink though is the reason why I'm tired right now. I just want to let you know that.
I mean, if that's true for you, then that's probably why I'm tired right now too.
That's not the same thing,
isn't it?
No,
because I had just as much vodka.
You tried to poison me.
That's okay. You ain't dead though.
That's the thing.
She'll be fine, and we're gonna take.
Yeah, we're gonna get right into the show
and her little vibe right into
I want
politics.
you guys to remember that she did it.
I'm fine with doing it. Kia brought it. So first of all, let's just circle back. Kia brought the VOD. So let's just start there. So if anybody's to be blamed, Kia did it.
Well, if these are the rules of engagement. If we're drinking VOD, then that's what we're drinking. If we're drinking Hennessy, then that's what we're drinking.
Well, we drank all of that.
You can't mix.
We literally had Henny and Jameson and vodka.
No racial, but you can't mix.
We did a lot.
Hennessy, well, I was having a rough day.
Yeah, you deserved. That's why we did it. Anyway, okay.
But let's do it because it was a full moon. Everybody knowing it was in Capricorn.
I didn't know it
was in me. It was on me. It was in the body.
All I know is cancer season, and I'm pleased we're here.
I really would like that to be over pretty soon. So
relax, bitch. We just
I don't know
here,
about you, but I'm already over
we're
it.
We're here to fuck it up for everybody. That's right.
Yeah, that is what you do, and that is how you use.
And
that is real thing.
Okay with it. Okay, fuck y'all. We out here.
Yeah, can we fast forward to January?
No,
Thanks.
fuck January. No.
Wow, racist.
Yep,
okay,
that's how I feel. So in politics, we're going to start out with the
start
good
politics
things.
because they're tired of you talking mess all the days.
We're starting with the good things, okay? And I'm actually pleased that we have good things to talk about in a world where there's like mostly like not good things to talk about. So I'm on board for some things. We also have some things that are not so happy, but I'd rather start with happy, okay? So this past week, obviously we're here in Washington for those of you who are listening from other places, but our governor, Jay Inslee, actually signed some legislation which removed the sales tax from all period products here in Washington state, which I'm just going to snap for a second because that pink tax that exists is some bullshit.
That's a real thing, especially when you bleed out
bullshit.
the middle, huh?
Okay. For instance, for those of you who don't know what the pink tax is, it is a tax on female like hygiene products, particularly against not only menstruation products, but also the female version of male products, which makes no sense. Like, let's say we're looking at razors.
Female product?
They're the same thing. So like if you look at like male razors versus female razors, like for men and women, and the only difference is that they're usually blue versus pink or other colors. The razors for women will cost more than the ones for men. Or they'll be taxed higher than the ones for men. And that is the same for a lot of products that are genuinely like gender neutral, just marketed to different sexes or genders, whichever we want to call it. And they're taxed higher for women, which is some bullshit. Also, we shouldn't be taxed higher for things that we can't control. As a woman, I have no choice but to menstruate. Trust me, if we had a choice, you wouldn't do it. But the reason that you're like charging me more money for things that I need to survive, where we don't tax condoms per se, or other sexual paraphernalia doesn't get taxed, and y'all niggas can decide to not have sex or be abstinent or do other things.
No, the men need to take their pills.
But so y'all don't get the taxes, but we do for some shit we can't control. Sexist, and I'm here for the dismantling of very outdated patriarchal laws. So shout out to Governor Jay Inslee. And then under the bill specifically, products that will be exempt from the sales tax include pad, tampons, menstrual cups, and some other types of menstrual products, which
menstrual
is pleasant.
Cups kind of like stress me out.
Menstrual cups stress me. I do know
just feels like it's just going to explode, and there's going to be a crime scene.
It's stressful. I know some people who use them, and I can't relate. I can't relate.
I don't want no cup.
I've had people explain to me the concept of like digging them out of there, and I just can't do it. I understand that it saves you money and like you can just like rinse it and like reuse it, but it just makes me want to vom that concept. So like, hard pass for me. But I fuck with y'all who do it. Stay true.
What if you're
yourself.
Drunk and you're trying to change it?
Ew.
Your cup runneth over.
Or if you spill it everywhere. Oh my
god.
Oh
no. Like on day 2, just.
See, this is why I can't do it. But I'm very like particular about like menstrual like products. Like I've never used a pad a day in my life. I've never used one. I don't intend to use one. I can't like the concept doesn't make sense to me.
But when you have babies, you are going to though.
Well, yeah, you don't have a choice. But I mean, up to this point,
little diaper.
I have not used one, and it makes me feel like it would be a diaper. And so that's what I feel like it will feel like. So I don't do them. I don't use them. I think it's weird.
You're gonna need to get your diaper changed.
Well, yeah, you're gonna change it for me. That's what friends do. Are you gonna help me? Are you gonna help me?
I'll get you a juice. I
take the juice.
I heard
the
juice
helps.
Yeah, juice helps, especially apple juice helps. It does something in your uterus.
You are so silly. Holy cow. All I was gonna say about that is that the new law goes into effect July 1st. So I'm watching, ladies, y'all watch. I'm watching to see the cost of my life go down. So just keep an eye out on that. So shout out to Governor Jay Inslee and Washington for always, leading the country on a lot of shit, actually. So, like, I'm on board for that. The next good thing I wanted to talk about was if we think back to some raggedy women who we try to ignore. However, it's important to bring it back to the forefront, okay? A woman by the name of Amy Cooper, who was a Karen to lead all Karens at the beginning of this. And by this, I mean like this current, I'm like trying to think of what the word is for our current situation right now, the racial tensions that are going on. She was one of the women who kind of jumped that off, that we were just fucking tired of all of it. Amy Cooper was the person who called the cops on the black male bird watcher named Christian Cooper. There's no relation there. They just happen to have the same last name, in Central Park. And she's actually facing charges for filing a false report. So I'll read it to you. There's articles on other websites, but this one I'm reading from specifically is from CNN. But the Manhattan District Attorney said today, actually, so Monday, that she will be prosecuted. So she faces charges of falsely reporting an incident in the 3rd degree, according to the DA, right? And he also said that at this time, he would like to encourage anyone who has been the target of false reporting to contact our office. We are strongly committed to holding perpetrators of this conduct accountable, which is amazing. It's obviously not like, actually, no, that's not right. That's actually very, very important. And I hope that more and more cities and states follow suit. There need to be consequences for people who use and abuse the power of the state at will. There are obviously things on the other end that need to occur, like police accountability. There should be no reason that when people do call, people lose their lives. So that shouldn't be, a fear that we have as citizens. But in the grand scheme, if you call for shit that isn't real, that isn't criminal, that doesn't need police attention, especially if you have malicious intent. So the same way that Amy Cooper did, where we all saw on video of her changing her voice, manufacturing fear, weaponizing her whiteness. You deserve to pay a fine. You deserve, honestly, I feel like you need a minimum probation. I want the fucking state to monitor where you're going. I want them on your fucking ass every day to monitor the bullshit that you're doing. Minding your daily business, you got to check in with your probation officer. That is what I want. Spend our money on that. Join the penal carceral system and let them regulate on you and keep tabs on you. That's what I want. Since y'all can't mind your business and choose to call the police on people who are minding their business, like barbecuing or selling water or selling CDs, and lose their life for shit that isn't important or relevant, that's the same way that y'all should be regulated as a punishment. Like, you can't do shit without checking in with somebody, because that's how inconvenient and stupid it is, and that's how y'all sound.
Right.
So, like, I just feel very aggressively about it all. But I'm pleased that she is, I guess, essentially the martyr for it. And I hope that more people
make an
report
example out of
folks.
her.
Exactly.
Like,
report these people.
You take white people's animals away, it's curtains. It's
Bruh,
curtains. They're going to need Dr.
puppies,
Phil and everybody.
All kinds of shit.
You should have just, I'm telling you, minding your business. It's not that damn hard. It's so easy to do.
Is it bothering you? Are you losing your life? Is somebody committing a crime? Is somebody in danger?
Like, literally let people live their lives, dog. Like, chill.
Like, you'll be fine.
Man, the fury that I have in me when it comes to white people in general, just trying to tell me to do something or trying to be up in my situation.
Or how they feel entitled
or
empowered to check other people.
God be knowing. He be knowing not to put me in situations like that, because I just be ready to go hammy. I be like,
honestly, I be watching these videos and I feel the same. Like, Jesus knows my heart. Some of these videos people be recording and I'm like, I wouldn't be recording because I would have been putting hands on you.
Yeah,
I would have whooped your ass. Half these
like,
things, not
easily.
just Amy Cooper, but there's like so many. I saw some this past week of people like in Walmart, and someone was pushing, like this older guy was pushing like basically a teenager that worked at Walmart because he was like restocking, but apparently he was in his way and he didn't move fast enough for this old white man. So he literally was like shoving this child and yelling at him and cursing at him like an actual like employee of Walmart. Like, I think he was like 16 years old. Like, there wouldn't be a video. I would have beat this man's ass. There's no way. Like, you're not going to put hands on me and feel like you white so you can do and say whatever you want. Okay.
You white so you got to be right.
So you got to be right. You could be right.
That's going to be the title of the episode.
Okay.
That's good.
Catch these hands off camera. Okay.
And on. Just cover my face.
I'm not recording a fucking thing.
I'm going to fight you with my mask on.
Yeah, that's real.
Because I got bills.
Or these people who like take their masks off or cough on people or try to be gross.
I'm
going to jail on
those
that,
videos,
and that's okay.
I'm going to jail for murder. It's
I
done.
will beat your ass.
Yo, my
people who be coughing and spitting on people because they think this shit is funny. Okay,
go cough. Go ahead.
And
I hope you do it on the pasta aisle so I can open up a bottle of marinara and I'm gonna pour it on you. Huh? I'm not even getting the white sauce. I'm getting the red sauce. Going crazy.
I'm doing
like
I'm
this
doing
is
it
this
all.
is what you gotta do. Somebody did it to me in the store. I just gotta pick up some marinara, break it to show him that I'm crazy. Then I'm gonna walk out.
See,
I need the shards everywhere. nuts, crazy. That's why I'm like, God, please. But
No.
I tell you, I watched a video today that just melted my heart.
What happened?
So it was like a video of like these two white women, and they were being interviewed by this young Asian girl.
Okay.
I mean, different graphics matter, right?
I don't know where the story is going.
Bro, okay, so this is the thing. So they were talking about, they were at like a rally or something, and then they were talking about how Trump says, grab women by the pussy. And she's like, oh, the white lady, she was so flabbergasted. She's like, our president said that. I can't believe he said that. And the Asian girl was like, she was like, can you verify when he said that? Did he say that before or after his presidency? She said it doesn't matter.
Like when he said it.
And so then
Why is
the
date
girl
relevant.
Yeah, so when the girl said it, the white lady was like, she had the mic in her face. She said, can you put that like 3 feet away from my face? And she was like, yeah. She said, she said, I don't know why you're still talking to me. The girl says, she said, well, I'm waiting for you to get the facts on what you're talking about. The Asian girl says that. Then the white lady says so calm, she's like, I have anger issues.
Oh, I love that video.
Then,
I love that video. I know what video
she
you're talking
like
about.
shoved her. I was like,
She
yo.
said, I want you to know.
She did it so calm.
me alone.
I watched it a couple times. I was so proud of her, the patriotism. I loved it.
I just can't.
But
These
see,
people
I
are
was
crazy.
just like, but the fact that this girl felt like she could get smart with her, I'm waiting for you. Oh,
girl,
please.
she said, back up. You too close.
No, but she said, yeah. She said, I got
You're too
anger issues. She knocked that girl to the ground. Okay.
That's all that matters.
I like her.
People are so empowered these days, I think, to cross boundaries, personal boundaries in terms of personal space, to do things that I feel like they wouldn't have done before. And I definitely feel, my personal opinion, obviously, is that it's clearly related to our president, right? The concept of normalizing violence and racially motivated statements to strangers that you don't know, and feeling comfortable to check people that you don't know and decide where they should be and where they shouldn't be, and feel empowered to do that and think that nothing is going to happen to you. And like, the rhetoric that I see in these videos, because I feel like we've seen these, like those types of videos would be viral before, but I don't think that they were always like, the language I don't feel was always like so racially charged. Like I saw a video on Facebook yesterday of this Asian woman was like working out on the stairs somewhere in a park. She was just like doing, like fucking like aerobic steps, like up and down the steps, like on the edge, and was just living. And you could see that it was like a place where people would walk up and down. And so you could see her recording herself. I don't know why. She was probably recording for Instagram or something like that. But anyway, in the video, she's like working out and doing her, life, and she can see somebody coming. So you see her move to the side, like she moves her steps like to the left to get out of the person's way so they can walk, and then just like goes back to what she's doing. And she's like on video again for a little longer, and then you can tell that she's like cut the video so it's not just like random. But then you see the person come back again, and she was like, seriously? Because like the same person. So it's like, clearly that I'm here, and apparently there's other steps. Like you don't actually like have to like actively go down these steps. And it's this older white woman, and in the video this white woman is cursing her out, telling her, she was like, you don't own the steps, you shouldn't fucking be here, go back to whatever country, you don't belong here, we don't want you here,
don't
and
belong
it's like, first
here.
of all, and then she like escalates out of nowhere. The Asian lady's like really calm, because trust me, I would have flamed this woman, but she was being really calm, and she was like, it's fine, like, okay, like run along, like you're not even on the stairs anymore. And the Asian woman was like, okay, there's other stairs, you don't have to take these stairs. And then she starts like berating her, and she's like, it's California, who wears all black in California? Because she's wearing like workout pants, and she's like, it's too hot for that. And it's like, first of all, ma'am, you look ridiculous, so like you get out, because your outfit is fucked up. But like, you decided that you needed to shit on, you thought you could shit on a person's whole life. And she was like, I hope you record it, I hope you put it on Facebook. And it's like, I hope that you lose every job and everything that you have.
I would
like
find
in 2.5, like y'all are feeling so
What's
bold.
your name?
Like
Bessa, whatever the names is. What is it, Becky?
Like what
Rebecca?
are you doing?
I don't
why
know.
Are y'all so mad?
It would have been like, who the are you talking to? Easily.
That's what I'm saying.
She would have been like,
just because you don't mean you can't get this work.
Easily.
You will. You will.
Because I don't really have tolerance for that.
She was like in her face too, like it's too much.
See?
Like, you're escalating, and that's what I
now
can't
you're
take.
close. See? Now you're on the ground.
It's
Look
one
what
thing to be
you.
disrespectful with your words, but like you getting in my personal space and thinking that you can, you know what I'm saying? Like you sizing me up. You trying to, put yourself in a very aggressive position. And I feel like that lady in the video you're talking about, like I have anger issues. Like step back.
When she did that, I was like, that's some real stuff. She knocked that girl. I bet that girl won't talk back again.
Okay,
I bet
I
she
hate
won't.
it, and I wish
I
want more people to put
You
their
be a
hands on
damn-
people.
Yeah.
I'm not encouraging violence of any kind, but
I'm
I just
not,
think
but
that
it
like
happens.
we as black and brown people, as people with sense in general, even white folks that see other white people doing this, and I've seen videos of that too, where white folks step in to be like, relax. But I feel like, and again, I repeat, I do not condone violence. Okay, I'm not telling you guys to be violent towards anybody. However, I just feel like there's so many videos of us turning the other cheeks. I feel like if these people caught hands more frequently, we might see it happen a little bit less. Like if y'all not
Right.
just getting to walk away, y'all not gonna get to talk and say what you want freely, and we're just gonna say like, yeah, okay, whatever. Like, no, your words have consequences. And in case anybody wants to Google it. In the First Amendment, there are things called fighting words, where like
Yep.
there are certain things that you say, and now you think I'm joking. Like that's what the law says. There are things called fighting words, and if you say
No,
certain
for real.
things and you get
could-
this work, I'm justified.
You are liable
so, like,
to get that ass beat.
I'm
And that's
justified
what it
because
says
you
in the
talking
First
that
Amendment.
talk.
It's in the fine print.
So
I don't
will
know
do
who
that.
wrote it, but I heard that's what it
I
said.
just want you to know. So I'm gonna circle back because we derailed a
circle
little
back
bit.
because I'm not inherently a violent person, but I am good for a good cuss out for
Okay.
racist white people.
I just know that I got
always.
two hands and they both work.
That's
You know what I'm saying?
Ready
So
to eat for everybody.
to wrap it up with Amy Cooper, she's been issued a desk appearance ticket and is scheduled for arraignment on October 14th. So we will follow it up
Oh my
this fall
gosh, what a good
and see
we
what
should
happens.
have a party that day. Should we make like cocktails or something?
I'm on
Yeah,
it. I'm
into
here
it.
for it. Any excuse for cocktails.
We should live
So,
stream it.
I mean, we'll ask Abdul and he'll tell us what we could do.
Yeah, we should live stream it and see what happens to her.
Okay,
I'm
perfect.
into it.
My last thing my last two things, I guess, and the last one will go right into pop culture, so it's actually like perfect segue. So,
What you gonna say?
but first thing I want to honor. So of course we're in Seattle,
Absolutely.
and so we've got two things. So we saw. I don't remember if I talked about it last week. We might have talking about how the Chop was closed. Did we talk about that last week? We did.
Yeah, they closed it like on Wednesday. Like they came in there.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure.
Yeah.
Sorry. I'm talking. There's obviously our team is in the room, so I'm sorry. I'm talking to you guys too. But so if y'all have been paying attention, I know some folks in Colorado have been. But in the Capitol Hill area, a neighborhood where I actually live in Seattle, used to be called the Cap Hill Autonomous Zone, which was renamed to CHOP in order to be more inclusive and be more intentional about the focus and reason for the autonomous zone being created, because it was getting a little off schedule, for lack of better phrase, right? And so it was renamed to CHOP, which means Cap Hill Occupied Protest, right? Occupied Protest? I didn't make that up. Okay, so now it's called the CHOP, but the CHOP was actually closed by Seattle police. They took things down. It was overwhelmingly peaceful. I thought it would take a little bit longer for them to actually go ahead and do that, but the mayor indicated for the police to try to retake the zone, which they were able to do. They did that on July 1st. I guess actually, since we haven't talked about it, I'll just give you a little bit of background on what happened. So on July 1st, around 5 a.m., at 2 a.m., our mayor, Jenny Durkin, issued an emergency order in order to clear the CHOP. And then it was around 5 a.m. when the police actually advanced on 12th Avenue, which is where the Eastern Police District is, which is what that's the police district that was the police precinct, that was
I was sitting here like she gonna say precinct.
Shut up. Police
I was
precinct
waiting.
that was abandoned by the police. So that's where the CHOP begins, on that street. And so the police advanced on 12th Avenue towards that precinct. And essentially
with
that was
no
from the
mask
north.
and then little
basically no,
dusty ass
no
Huffy
masks.
bikes.
Yes, on their
Yeah.
bike cops. So
They came
used
through.
a move back formation to push people out. It was mostly peaceful, like I mentioned. Apparently, there was one incident of pepper spray and one rubber bullet that people are reporting. I don't know if that's verified as of yet. And if anybody wants to know, I'm reading this information from Tessa Hulls on Instagram, and she's amazing. She has been reporting very accurately what's been going on in the CHOP as part of allyship and her kind of what she's trying to pay forward to the Black community. So she's been,
Appreciate.
I know, which is amazing. So she's been kind of following everything. So essentially the police and SWAT came, helped to get people out of there. The city brought in garbage trucks, heavy equipment, and painters, and immediately started covering graffiti and throwing things away. But like, okay, that's why we want to defund the police, but I digress. They removed the barricades and put their own barricades outside of the precinct, which doesn't make a lot of sense because the barricades are the same. You just like wanted to put your own, but like cool. Yeah. And they have now basically just created a new protest epicenter, which is now on a different block of Broadway and Pine in Capitol Hill. They essentially are just like taking over more spaces. I saw on video yesterday of they actually now have gotten cars. Like people are using their own actual automobiles and blocking off an even larger space of Capitol Hill, which is hilarious to me that it's like, y'all were so extra about CHOP, which was only like a 3-ish or 4 block radius and around Cal Anderson Park. But now people were like, cool, keep that. We just gonna block the road like on all corners of the area, which is like, I'm not mad about it because I think it's great, obviously, but I don't know what the police are going to do about that. So CHOP is gone is what I wanted to call out. And then the second thing, which is what I was actually talking about, is that the protests have then since switched to be, not switched, but have been more progressively going into highways. I-5 is our main highway here that runs north and south here in Seattle. And on, what's 2 days ago? I'm trying to think of the date. What is that? July 4th? That is July 4th?
Yeah, July 4th.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, two protesters were run over by a car on I-5.
Yep.
And it's actually, and which makes me mad. I don't know if it's right that makes me more mad, but it's a black man that did it. But it
it does make me more mad.
So it's not just me.
Absolutely.
Okay. Let me give you the details.
I don't know if it makes. I don't know. I don't know if I can say more mad, but it's just. It's disappointing. You know what I'm saying? Because off top, person. I mean, I just assumed I was like, it's probably some
that's what I thought.
White man that was sick of the protests and stuff, and then to see that, I was just like, damn. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you hit good white people. Mm-hmm. Like, you know what I'm saying?
People who are protesting.
I would never wish like anybody to get hit
anybody.
By a car, but it's just like I saw the video and when like
I didn't even want to watch it.
Dude was going so fast. They didn't even have time to even move, think anything. Like you blink and it was like
just
two
happens.
People. It was like 2 people just hit him real hard. So like they flew in the air. So it was
terrible. So here's how this happened.
Terrible.
And 2 people. So of course, and we will say her name. It's very important, but I will give you the details of how this actual incident occurred. So for the past 19 days, a group of protesters have been marching from the East Precinct, which is what I just described, that's in the CHOP, which is on one side of I-5 in Capitol Hill, across I-5 to the West Precinct, right? And they've been doing that every single night. And so these marches enter the freeway. So they don't go around. They're obviously making sure that it's inconvenient because that's the point of peacefully protesting. So they walk across the freeways. So WSDOT or Washington State Patrol and the Department of Transportation, they've been closing the freeways every night with barricades in order to protect the protesters. So they've actually just stopped allowing traffic in past a certain time, which I didn't know actually last week when we were recording, and I tried to go home on the highway and had to get off, and I was like, the fuck is going on? It took me so long to get home, but then I realized it's because of protesters, and I was like, okay. But they closed the entire highway. And so approximately at 1:40 a.m., a white Jaguar entered the closed freeway. So it was completely closed, which is why they would have been caught off guard. And for all you dummies
that are not from here trying to talk about, it wasn't supposed to be closed. It was closed.
It has been closed.
So, shut up.
No one was confused. There wouldn't have been any other cars where that happened, intentionally.
Right.
He drove past the do not enter sign, right? And he accelerated into the 2 protesters. It says the suspect initially stopped but didn't exit his vehicle. Then he fled the scene and was pursued and stopped by a gray truck, right? So known facts about the driver: he is a 27-year-old black man, like I mentioned. He was not intoxicated. He was charged with 2 counts of vehicular assault, and he's being held without bail. And of course, his motivation is unknown. And so the 2 people who were injured was Diaz Love, who is still in the hospital but is stable as of me reading this post, I thought.
Oh, good.
So as of reading this post,
she was in critical
who is
condition
32, and then Summer Taylor, who is 24, who actually passed away, which is so just very frustrating to me.
She was literally fighting for what was right.
For us, for other
people. They, my apologies. They were
Thank you for correcting us. I'm doing
fighting for what was right. So, Summer
Taylor.
Taylor.
I can't imagine that. 24 years old. You know what I was doing at 24, 3 years ago? Just living my best life and just without real care in the world, right? I just can't imagine. That's it. It sucks. There's no other way. So we prayers with her family. We will share. She has a GoFundMe. They have a GoFundMe, the Summer Taylor Support Fund. So I will share that, the image of this onto our page so that y'all can donate if you feel driven to do so. I hope you do, or take some kind of action. And so I just want to call out, like, protesting is genuinely and mostly safe, right? For the most part, it is safe. It sucks when these kinds of things happen because it will deter folks from protesting. And that's kind
because
of the point.
they're taking it as like a joke now, because it's just like, oh, well, a black man did that.
Like,
you
so
know,
why should
and
we
it's just
care?
like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would be different if it was a white man, but it's so disappointing. Like, dude, what the fuck were you doing? Like, seriously,
go home.
Like,
what's crazy is, like, they were out there marching for your life,
for your dumbass,
like
for you,
for your life, for your family, for your people. So that's, I think that's why it is more
I really want to know what
disappointing.
his motivation was, because it's like the fact that he wasn't intoxicated. It's like, okay. So why?
But even if you intoxicated, I still can't. The road is closed.
But see, because people were talking about it on Facebook, and someone was talking about how, like, they have done that before, like, been drunk and then, like, drove in a space, like a do not enter space, which, I mean, obviously you shouldn't be driving drunk. But I was like, oh, okay, so he wasn't drunk. So that now it's even worse.
Yeah, for me, I'm just like, there's
like
no
you did
way.
on purpose.
Even when you drunk, I feel like even if he was intoxicated, it would be really hard. Like, the direction that he came up, like up the highway, the way that they're closing I-5 North, there is literally no way for him to have gotten all the way up to that off ramp, like, even by accident. I mean, they're shutting it down for miles. Like, the way the lanes are closing coming from the south, like 4 miles up, you can see they're closing, like, lane by lane by lane by lane. Like, there's so many signs, so many cars, police cars. Like, there's all kinds of shit on the highway. So even intoxicated, like, you could even make that fucking mistake because it's too, like, rapid of a close at that junction for them to not, like, let people know for miles in advance that the road is closing. So even if you're intoxicated, like, the entire road, like, is, like, shifting to the right, like, to force people off of the highway. So even if you were drunk, you wouldn't do it. You can't get that far, like, without seeing that the shit is not popping. But I digress. There's no reason to even, like, speculate on how it occurred because it was intentional and people are just hateful. And also, for me, what makes me upset is, like, now that she's dead, you're going to jail for murder now.
For murder. For
vehicular manslaughter. Now you're going to jail. So not only were
vehicular homicide. You're
homicide, excuse me. Like, you took their life for no reason while they were marching for your life, but now your life is wasted. You're going to go to jail now without question. So really, what is the purpose? None of it matters. It feels like none of it matters. Like, what is the point of us marching to take care of your life, to protect your life, to ensure that your humanity matters and is important? And what? So now you're going to throw your whole life away? What was we marching for it for then? Like, if you don't care about it, like, dang, then how do we ask allies to care about it, to care about us if you don't?
And you're giving racists more fuel. Because, like,
how
you going to go and mess up your movement?
I digress. I'm over that, but we'll follow it up and let y'all know what happens and what we see. The last thing that I said was going to be a segue into pop
speaking
culture.
Of dumbass black men.
Woo, Kanye.
You know,
Kanye,
I'm a true uplifter of black men, but you know, it's
running
just
for president.
Like what? No,
hell no.
No.
I swear to God, I'll beat your ass in this studio if you vote for him. I swear I will, Jordan.
No.
And Abdul will get it on video.
On video.
Like, absolutely
I mean,
not.
Trump can do it. He can.
So on Saturday, Kanye tweeted, and what makes me angry, and I think Sierra said this on the Summer 16 podcast, is like the fact that you thought like tweeting it would be like the best like avenue, following suit, I guess, like following Trump's lead to like say anything that matters on Twitter. But he said, we must now realize the promise of America by trusting God, unifying our vision and building our future. I'm running for president of the United States. Hashtag 2020 vision. Which I like can't relate to and frustrates me so much. And then I think what just like sent my rage over the edge was his wife, Miss Kim Kardashian West, retweeting it with the fucking American flag. I was like, I would rather die than live somewhere where Kim Kardashian West is the fucking first lady. I can't take it. Can't take it. I won't do it. I don't want to be involved.
She's going to be the model. She's going to be the model,
Oh, my God.
She's going to be the model. It's going to be in the body.
I got one major thing to say about this, right? Obviously, Kanye West has not, he has not registered to run for president as of yet, so he's not officially a candidate. He'd be running as an independent. So, like, what's dangerous about this is that black folks love Kanye West. Rightfully so. It, like,
Well,
in terms of his music,
okay.
in terms of, as a human,
we love our own.
Like we love black folks will vote for a person like Kanye West because we would want to have somebody who represents us or as close to us as we can get. So I can see a lot of people being motivated to vote for him. The problem with that is, and also he represents, or he would be representing what the American dream actively is, right? A person from the South Side of Chicago building his entire life from nothing, being able to win basically off of his talents and discipline of honing his craft, following his own kind of like march to his beat to, marching to the beat of his own drum, if I could talk, right? Like there's some value in seeing that. Like that's a real life rags to riches kind of story, which like niggas would get behind. Like you went from people not caring who you were, saying your name wrong, like not caring about your music, to being the president of the United States. Like, I mean, like I can't say that's not a good story. It is. But
it's
it
Kanye.
would split. Yes, it's still Kanye, and it would split the Democratic vote, right? Like if you have people who are then splitting between Joe Biden, who's also garbage, and voting for Kanye, we're basically guaranteeing Donald Trump a win, right? We can't afford to split the vote at all with anybody, particularly not a person like Kanye West. Like no, 1, it's stupid. 2, I don't really believe he's going to do it. 3, we can't afford that. And 4, I would just love to have a leader of the free world that is actually qualified to be the leader of the free world. I understand people's point in saying, like, if Donald Trump can be president and he was a reality TV star, like, why can't Kanye? My argument is not why can't Kanye. We want a variety of people to bring different perspectives into the highest office in the land, but I want somebody who understands foreign policy. I want a person to lead our country who understands international relations, who understands the way that we make policies to impact the lives of people on the day-to-day. I want a president who understands our military forces. I want a president who understands what we're doing, what American imperialism looks like, and I want a leader that will not drive our country into the ground, a person who actually knows what the fuck is going on. And Kanye is not that person. He doesn't know anything about running a country. Donald Trump does not know anything about running a country. So I'm not signing up for another underqualified, inadequate leader just because he's black. I don't want that. That's not what I want.
And 5, don't sleep, because that's how Donald Trump got the election.
Okay.
Don't sleep. Don't sleep. Don't sleep and think that people won't be stupid, because obviously
they
will. I'm tired of being a reality TV show.
The rest of the world is fucking laughing at us like the third world country we fucking are.
At the end of the day, they can just have Barack Obama's dog be the president. I'm cool.
Bruh, Bo would be better. You fucking right.
I'm sure.
Jesus.
Free snacks for everybody, my nigga.
It all sucks. It's stupid. And I'm mad people are even like considering it as like a real life option. Like, don't y'all see? Like, people who I really would love to hear. If there are some of y'all who are listening who are like genuinely like, I would vote for Kanye if that was an option, please comment, send us a DM, because I genuinely want to understand what the motivating factor for that would be, or like what about Kanye makes you feel like he'd be a good leader of the free world. You know what I'm saying? Like I would really love to know. I really would.
To music.
Jordan, I would really love to know.
When I say stick to
you
music,
got some?
You just stick to
you
music.
write it out? Okay. I really want to know.
To see. You need to write up a report.
I'm not understanding. I'm not going for it. All I know is I just can't take Donald Trump for another 4 years. I'm gonna have to blast, guys. I can't do it.
Yeah.
But that's all I have. That's my segue to pop culture, because I guess Kanye West is pop culture, but he's trying to be politics, and I don't want him. So Sierra, you keep him.
Yeah, I don't want him. I don't want him
in
either.
Your category.
It's in the body, and Kim Kardashian can have him. But since we're on a trend of dumbass black men, unfortunately, here we go. Let's talk about 50 Cent.
Oh my God, this shit made me so mad.
So essentially, he's on Lil Wayne's podcast. Major, like, he has like a radio show. It's like on some major like coonery.
Of course.
So he was doing the thing, and so he was just talking about how he likes to date exotic women, and it's like different than the shit that you see every day.
Like what does exotic mean?
What does that
Kiss
even look
ass.
like? Right? Exotic to him is Cuban Links, who he's with or whatever. That's your name, right?
Okay, I think Cuban Link.
Cuban Link.
What are these bitches' names, bro?
What's her real name? What's the name that her mom gave her?
I don't know.
He was just talking about how he liked that. He's like, yeah, and then they get mad and da-da-da-da. And I'm just like, no, we're not mad at that. We're mad that you are trying to, like, it's fetishize is not the word. Is that
it
the
is.
word?
That's you goddamn right.
You're trying to fetishize and make it seem like we are less than and we're mad at you for it. We're mad that you're trying to glorify women that look differently than the everyday woman that you see in the neighborhood that you grew up in, as if they're better. as if their features are so much better. Which, keep it real cute, is the women from the hood. Those are the features of our ancestors at the end of the fucking day. So you over here trying to make it seem like some light-skinned chick that got some wavy, curly hair or some shit with some nice eyes. That's
First
exotic.
of all, brown eyes are nice eyes, so fuck you guys.
Like, that's, like, it's, what?
But
what
also,
is exotic?
But it's
They're
also
nice.
not even that. Like, what makes me the most mad is that when these niggas be talking about exotic, right? Like, first of all,
self-hate.
Like who you like, but leave us out of it. We've been yelling this for as long as we've had this fucking podcast. No one is going to stop y'all from dating the Puerto Rican bitches that you want to date. Nobody cares that you want the bitch from Poland or somewhere. Like, I could not.
But when
I
she
would
calls
not
you a nigga, don't
lose
call us.
a wink of sleep
Don't call us.
off it. However, why you gotta like what you like but shit on us in order to like it?
We don't care.
You don't
about
gotta
that.
justify it to us. Do what you want to do, but leave us out of the conversation. And what's worse is that they pick these women that are apparently exotic, but everything on them is mirror fucking image of the black women that you're talking about. And all they did was put long hair on it, but all of a sudden it's cute over there.
You all have
right
wigs.
that like literally isn't even theirs, but apparently it's better over there because they paid to get what we grew from scratch. Like, I'm not understanding the logic. Please make it make sense.
And I mean, honestly, I don't expect much from Lil Wayne, but the fact that it's like
Big fact.
you have a
Black ass daughter,
a full on black ass daughter
who's
and
beautiful.
She came out and she was like, "Where my black queens at?" Like, made a post like in support of black women, and then 50 Cent's dumb girlfriend gonna put up a post. Don't worry, y'all. I got him together. I already slapped him. No, it's much bigger. It's not. This is not like he got drunk and said something disrespectful at the cookout. No, you said something that was very, very harmful to black women. Like, literally, I was watching Dark Girls on Oprah like a couple weeks ago, and just like this little girl just saying, like, this dark-skinned little girl saying like that she wasn't pretty because she's black, and it just really broke my heart. And I'm just like, this is such a delicate thing. This is not a joke, dude. This is not a joke. And you talk about like exotic women with your raggedy black ass. Right. What are you even
as
saying?
As hood as possible.
Like,
as regular as they come.
Like, regular. Okay? Like, don't act like our regular black features are not bomb. Like, don't try to make it seem like we got to do all these things to be like, what the hell is that?
That, and I also will just add to what you're saying. And when he said, he was like, and then they get angry and kill the whole vibe. And I saw some people saying like, well, black women are angry. And I agree with we aren't angry in terms of like the stereotype. Like, black women deserve to have whatever emotions we have. And especially when they're valid, I shouldn't feel bad about being angry when I am, rightfully or righteously angry. But my like argument is that like, yes, I'm fucking angry and I have every right to be angry. Like,
you're being harmful.
Right. Like, of course I'm mad. Like, I'm not mad about you as the individual dating somebody else. Like, don't nobody want you, so let's relax. But like, what I'm mad about is that you spend your time shitting on people like me when we made you. Every person on this planet came from a woman that looks like me.
What does your moms and your grandma that you're so close with look like?
Every person.
Don't look like nothing like your girlfriend.
Not at all. Like, and your kids ain't not gonna look nothing like her with your nappy ass hair, as black like Jesus made you, as you should be, and it's all beautiful. But you want to talk that talk until you have daughters who are gonna be like, why don't I look like the girls that you date? And why don't you think that I'm pretty? And who are you talking about? Those are your babies that are going to be as niggardly as they get.
Ass. Yeah, let's humble you real quick.
Niggas. Your kids gonna be
your
niggas.
Your hair is nappy just like ours, 50 Cent. Okay? And don't be trying to act like you the best crayon in the box, because you ain't.
Niggas. That's what I don't get. I am angry.
Peach. He don't even, that's not even a good color. It doesn't really even show up like that. He's stupid. He's just stupid, and his hair is stupid.
Everybody is stupid.
Everything.
Everybody's stupid. It's all stupid. And black women are righteously angry. Y'all bite us from our style, our swag, our hair, our body parts, and shit on us every step of the way, and then be like, yeah, black women are angry. You fucking right. I'm angry.
The women in the hood that you're talking about, that is where we inform. We inform
style,
the world.
The trend.
Okay? So don't even play with me. So I'm over it. Whatever. Shut up.
Fuck those guys.
So I'm over it. Okay, let's talk about who else is dumb. Atlanta.
Who else?
Okay.
The whole city? The whole city dumb?
Well, maybe
they may
a particular
got COVID,
part.
though.
Yeah. Keisha Bottoms. You know what's so funny? It's not funny that she has coronavirus, but it's hella funny.
She don't got no symptoms. She's okay.
Yeah, it's hella funny that like all my friends, when we was talking about it, we were like, Keisha who? Cause I was like, nigga, I know mad Keishas. I was like, well, I know my best friend ain't got it, but I was like,
better not.
Yeah,
Keisha.
I was like, dude, I was like, which Keisha? It's a lot of Keishas running around here. But we just, pray and hope for her speedy recovery. But let's talk about this. So there was a party this weekend, I guess shout out Haywire.
A party?
Yeah, they were having a party and it was like a pool party. Like it was like
niggas is that what was going
niggas
on
was in the
Instagram?
water looking like hot dogs.
Ew.
Nobody had on
chicken
masks.
soup,
it was
nasty.
crowded. It was it was ass everywhere. And then so it was just there was some nice looking men there.
Hey,
but
chocolate.
It just felt really dirty because I'm just like, first of all, y'all not supposed to be doing this. Like,
Busting it down in the
It was a crowded
tub.
pool party. Like it was a lot going on. But I hope nobody gets sick. But that was really dumb.
You know they gonna get sick.
Like I was supposed to go on a Haywire trip in Thailand before everything got closed down. But that was dumb, y'all. That was dumb. If we can't party internationally, nigga, what you doing?
You can't do it at home
in
either.
Atlanta's the worst place. So
social
I just
distance your ass.
I had to call you out for being dumb. Okay, let's talk about August Alsina. So this is my thing, and
Lord.
I'm gonna say it. I'm gonna do my thing. So as we all know,
strap in.
We definitely talked about this on the Summer 16 podcast, but I'm going to say my things on here.
Say it.
So August Alsina, he gets down, sits on the couch with Angela Yee, and they have an interview. It was an hour long. He talks about his relationship with Jada Pinkett Smith.
Mm-hmm.
He alluded to the fact that they had more than a friendship. Saying that he gave all of himself to her, and that means a variety of things. Like they had a really tight relationship. There was love there. He also talked about that he got Will's blessing because they transferred from Allstate to State Farm Insurance and became life partners. So they became life partners. And so he said, I got Will's blessing, And so I'm thinking like it was like Will's blessing to bust down.
That's what I'm saying.
I feel like that they bust down. Now this is the thing though. The question in the little situation that we got into yesterday was, did Jada take advantage of August? And I say no, because at the end of the day, if I let you have some Nani, okay, a little Veronica, a little Monica, here I am, okay?
Okay.
If I let you have that,
Stella getting her
and then you
back.
go crazy, that ain't my business. Now, they did have a relationship, and he was on the pills. He was doing the pills. And then she did help him get over his addiction. They did have, like, a family element there. And obviously something went wrong. I'm just going to speculate that she was like August was real in his feelings because he's very in touch with his emotions. I'm actually very proud of the person that August has developed into because even the way that he talks, he's like very well informed, very emotionally intelligent, very into his feelings, very like just enlightened. It seems
totally. I liked it.
I guess that's what it. Guess that's what that Jada Nana does.
Stop it.
But
He had to do that work after her. She changed it. She ruined his life.
Somebody posted on the thing. They were like, fuck you, Jada Pinkett Smith, Shakir, Alsina. And I was like, yo, that's her names. Those
all the names. Okay.
Yeah, but I felt like it was a situation where she put it on him, where she rubbed it across his forehead, and he was like, it's us forever.
Stop it.
And then she
I
was
know
like,
you didn't. She said rub it across his forehead.
She rubbed it across his forehead, flipped it, and turned it around. Because I'm trying to figure out. It was warm in there.
She rubbed it across his forehead like Simba?
Yeah, like Simba.
Like Simba?
Simba. That's what she did. And so then he fell for it. And so he was probably like, Jada, you said we was going to live in the West Wing together. And she was like, August, I told you I wasn't leaving my husband. And so then he was like, when he went crazy. See, I feel like, first of all, that's some stuff that you keep in the house. You don't tell. Once you got to go to the mountaintop of Jada Pinkett Smith's glory in her secret garden, in her Eden, that was like a secret. You're supposed to keep that on the hush. Why don't you just be classic like comedian Ryan Davis said? What happened to back in the day when you just wrote a book? What happened to the Superhead days?
Niggas don't write books no more. They don't read books no more. You gotta put it on a
podcast. Book. Because
put it on a
podcast. This is where he messed up because he tried.
Should we call him?
Yeah, we should call him on the phone.
Okay.
He made the single, and everybody speculated, he's talking about Jada or whatever. But as a community, it's like one of them don't ask, don't tell type situations. We know that Jada and Will have been on some interesting shit for a long. We knew that. We knew that they was on some weird stuff or whatever. But it was like, That's just Jada and Will, and that's how they do. We know that they probably got a few friends that live in the shed. We know. But it was like, then he brought it back. Yeah, then he brought it back up, and it was like, August, we knew, like, stop. You making it a thing. You making a scene.
I
don't think
I am in a different school of thought. Actually, not different.
If
I think
give you this work and you go crazy, it's not my fault.
I think it's
not
my opposite.
Fault. It's not my fault that you drowned in my waters. Okay? You took a snack while you were down. I don't know.
It's the opposite.
It's not my fault.
At least, okay, I should say I have no skin in this game. I am not like an August Alsina fan, so I'm like not that put together in terms of understanding everything. So just this is my opinion based on other alternate comments that I have been seeing and factual timelines that people are putting together.
I just want to let you know that whatever you about to say, I'm right.
You've already heard it.
Go
and
ahead.
You could be right. I couldn't care less.
I'm right.
All I'm saying is I just want to challenge like the greater thinking about women who are older and men who are younger, because we let women get away with things that we would crucify men for. So I would like to, make sure that we're being like equal and fair. So I
feel like it happens. You ain't never had a peen that made you, I don't know.
No, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Or two.
Hell no. I wish a nigga would. No.
No. Well.
No.
No. Well, fine.
I learned or I read or I saw that like the timeline of the things are in a different order, right? Like that they were not romantic first, that Will and Jada did their Will and Jada parent thing and saw that August was having some drug issues and things like that and did what they do and reached in and was like, we gonna help you. We see that you need some support in this industry. We do that. We know what to do. Let us help you and guide you when we kind of take you under our wing, right? So like that's
Jada
what I read.
A lot. Yeah.
And also, so you're taking a person who is obviously vulnerable and is needing some guidance, right? Like he was obviously younger because he's only 20 something now. Like, I think he's my age.
Old enough to get it.
I think he's my age. I don't know. You can Google how old he is. I don't know. But all I know is I think that he was like 19 or something then. Like
19? I don't know.
I thought he was like 19 is what I saw.
He definitely wasn't no 19.
All I know is that we're saying he was like much younger than he is now.
Yeah, because the pills things happened like in the last few years because he got sick. And so then he started getting addicted to the pain pills and stuff.
Absolutely. So all I know is there are people saying that he was young. So let me not put a number on it, but that he's much younger. Jada Pinkett is like 30 years older than him? Like 30 years older?
Maybe 20.
Like either way, girl is 50. She 50, little plus something probably, little 50 something. And essentially people are saying like that they took advantage of a person who was vulnerable by embracing him in a way that was supposed to be familial and mentorship and offer him guidance. And then you've got a person who essentially is in a place of power and more understanding, has more money in their pockets, whatever the case may be, and then kind of reached over and was like, but also you cute and I'm going to tap you for this, right? And then when people kind of figured it out or saw or noticed pictures and how they were kind of very close in public places and on paparazzi photos, people were like, interesting, like what's going on here? And August, I feel like they were saying that he like lost money because people thought that like Jada was cheating on Will like with him, but no one said anything or did anything to say like, oh no, like that's not the case or anything like that.
What kind of money we talking?
Work money, that type of thing. And I think he even mentioned that or said that in the interview with Angela Yee. I'm trying to remember because I watched it a little while ago, but I digress. All I want to give the alternate perspective is to say like, if we saw a young female artist who was going through some trials and tribulations in their personal life, and a male who was seasoned in the industry and reached out and was like, "Oh, let me help you. I can help you with this."
Oh, so
and
Cassie?
Then it turned sexual. Yeah, I think that shit is gross too with Diddy and Cassie. I think that's also absolutely inappropriate or was inappropriate, right? Like you are grooming a person is what we could call that, right? Like I think that there's some real problems with that, but because Jada's a woman, we're going to say like, oh, well, that's okay. Like men love that kind of thing or that's acceptable because she's a woman, when I don't actually think that it is. I think that you have to understand the power that you have and you're responsible for it the same way we're asking men with power to do and to not take advantage of women. Like
true,
we can't do the same thing and be like, oh, it's cute because it's Jada. Like,
I don't think it's cute. I feel like he entered into those treacherous
that might not be,
waters.
Accurate. That's just what I read.
He walked into those treacherous waters as an adult, and he drowned.
Hey man, if that's the case, then like that's what I said. If that's the case, then I'm 100% like on that side. Like if you went into the shit and you was just here to knock the boots and then you didn't know how to act and she put it on you, like I don't know what to do. I don't know what to tell you. That just is what it is. She wins some, you lose some.
She hypnotized me. I feel like Jada said she needs to bring herself to the red table, and I
she
say
does.
come on. Because Red Table Talk comes out on Mondays, and I looked at my phone
and
on Al Gore's internet, and I didn't see a notification. So I would like to see. Hopefully, she'll be bringing herself to the Red Table Talk shortly. Because I really want to know. I want to know. I need to clarify, girl. I mean, I don't really care, but
because he said,
if you want to clarify, go ahead.
Because he said that he asked for Will's permission, and Will was like, "It's cool." But then their camp came out and said, "Nah, that's not true."
So it could be a situation where he got some of the nanny, and then he went a little deep in. But I want Jada to talk about it. I actually want them to talk about it at the red table. I want them to argue. At the red table. I want them to do it. First of all, can we also acknowledge on the lightest note ever that his hair in that interview was totally on some Keisha Cole, I should have cheated.
Okay, that red twist
like
out.
There was an era where it was like the burgundy and
red blonde.
Like that was a thing. And so August like took us way back. But his twist out was popping. I see you.
Of course, on fleek, the natural hair gang. You know I'm down.
Yeah,
so.
I'm with it. Gang, gang, gang. And also, can we talk about the fact, and then I'm done here. I'm over it. Totally over it. Talking about Jada Pinkett Smiths' lady parts.
Yes.
But anyway, can we discuss the fact that Angela Yee was hella high in that interview?
High as fuck.
She was so high. I was like, dude.
She was cool.
This is like your first like exclusive breaking interview. How you gonna be high?
Because she was chilling with her nigga. They go way back. She was like, I'm chilling. She said, you look so dressed and I'm wearing my quarantine clothes. She was like, she basically had sweatpants on and a t-shirt.
Yeah.
She had ponytail, no makeup. She was chilling. She
definitely rode the bleezy, bro.
She didn't know he was going to be like that. She thought he was going to be kicking it too, and she was unprepared.
You know, August be having them little silk robes and such.
Hilarious.
Well,
shall we ask the people the questions?
Ask me some questions.
We going to follow it. We going to see what they say at the red table because I need to know. I'm really not invested either way. I just really want to know the tea.
Table talk.
We could, we have a gray table, so.
Wow, it's kind of racist. It's beige.
Okay.
It's like.
Well, we don't have a black table. Shut up. I am tan right now. So
me too. Oh my gosh, I got so dark.
I hate you. You guys, I have worked hard to get tan, and she's shitting on me. But I digress. We got questions. So my first question for you.
Ooh.
I saw it on Erin's Instagram story. So shout out to you, Erin. She is an avid listener. And she did a little poll.
What up, girl? What up, girl?
And she asked, "Is spicy a flavor?"
Well, what's the context? We're talking
like food. Like food. Is spicy a flavor? Like if somebody was like, "Oh, the food is spicy."
No, it's not a flavor. It's a byproduct.
It's an adjective. Is that what you're looking for?
Yes, it is.
That's what I said.
When I cook, I like to do a little sweet heat, and that can mean different things. And so, sweet heat could be, but it's going to be by virtue of a flavor. It's just like
buffalo wings could be spicy.
It's kind of like. We're both black, right? But I'm darker, you're lighter. But that doesn't mean that neither of us are black. If that makes sense. It didn't really, but if you were high, it did.
I'm like, I feel where you're going.
Yeah, it's like it's spicy because cayenne is spicy. Black pepper is something. Other bitch, it's a thing. You know what I'm saying? It's spicy. It's a classification.
That's what I said.
It's not a thing.
Exactly. It's like an adjective to describe the food that, it describes the flavor of other foods, like
yeah,
or like
it's not
of other flavors.
Something makes it spicy.
Exactly. Like okay, I made curry chicken today. I don't have to make curry chicken spicy.
Wow, it's crazy. Where is it? Does Jordan have it?
No, it's at my house.
Where is it?
I have it.
Wow, then I guess it didn't happen.
Really sorry. But you get what I'm saying. Or you could have you could make a variety of things and they either are spicy or they're not. But like the flavor could be like, I can make like garlic chicken. Is it spicy? Maybe. Maybe not. But the flavor is garlic.
It spicy?
Yes.
But that
if you eat at my house, all food's spicy.
That's why spicy is not a flavor because all of her food is spicy. There we go.
Salmon, spicy.
Yeah.
Chicken spicy.
She's
lamb
determined.
spicy, oxtail spicy.
She's determined to blow the back of your ass out.
Hey, listen, Linda, y'all gonna eat whatever I cook, okay?
I'm telling you that if you really like want to lose weight, Just eat a bunch of spicy food. You won't be able to eat nothing.
You gonna be okay.
Yeah, because you gonna be on that toilet. You gonna be on that toilet.
You better not be in that toilet.
Hey.
Hey. Okay. Last question before we get out of here.
Okay.
Is true friendship with an ex possible, or will there always be a vibe?
I feel like you're being really loud. I feel like you're being really loud. I think it's possible. Like, well, I feel like you can be friends. I feel like you can still be cool. It's just you got to have boundaries and such. Because you're gonna, like, because you have vibed and rocked already, there's gonna be points where it's like, that was a little inappropriate, but it's all right. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I feel like you can still be friends with the ex and you could be cool. You just got to have boundaries. Just don't be disrespectful. You know?
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree. I think, but I also think
it can get disrespectful.
I think it matters.
After a couple shots of Henny.
You're right.
I don't know about it, but it
relationship
can.
You have, right? Like, how deep was your relationship? Did you live together? Like, how serious were you? How long were you together? Because I think
like,
sometimes,
how deep is your love
like,
for me?
Like, if you have an ex fiance, you're probably not gonna be friends with them. You know what I'm saying? Or it's gonna be like really hard to be like. It will take a lot more work to be friends with the person that you were like gonna marry versus like. How long did you guys date? Like, was it just for a little while? Like, then it doesn't really matter because you're not, like, the same level of feelings were invested. So I think, like, level of feelings or, like, investment into relationship, I think, kind of plays a part. But I also agree with you because I think that you can be, like, cordial and fun and fine and have, like, very platonic conversations. Right. But there is, like, a switch that is, like, hair trigger when you're talking to an ex.
Yeah.
Like, you could easily, all of a sudden, someone say something that, like, it could get taken out of context.
Right. Or it's like, oh,
or
remember
turns,
when.
And then it's like, well, now we're discussing things that you would never discuss with a regular platonic friend that you can with an ex, and it gets dicey really quickly.
Right,
so
and they'd be like, remember that one time in the back of the truck, and it's like, oh my gosh, why?
Right.
Now you're here. Now it's inappropriate. What's a girl to do?
Yes.
So I mean, it's just it's a very fine line. You have to be very mature to be able to do that. And have boundaries. You have to be very
big
mature.
Boundaries. Especially if you're in a relationship.
Like big panty boundaries.
And then you're friends with an
like
ex.
Cotton.
That's
like period
territory.
panty boundaries. Big.
Cotton?
Yes. Cotton. You have big boundaries.
Come on, Cotton.
You know I love a good cotton.
Current relationship and being friends with your ex is also a dangerous game to play.
Yeah, it's a dangerous game to play. You gotta have boundaries.
You
because
gotta
if you
be
cannot
aggressive.
handle it, okay? It's hard because and then too, we're humans. You never know when someone's gonna trigger you. You never know when you're gonna want that whole thing back. Your man done piss you off. You've been in close contact with your ex. Now next thing you know, you on the island in his kitchen.
I think I agree with Sierra. We might
with
be
a
being,
bleezy.
I think we might be being too loud right now. I think you might be right. We might
be might be too loud. It's a lot. Okay, we're gonna shut this down because now it's loud. It's loud.
Hold on.
Now you slabbed across the island like a piece of steak. Unseasoned.
Just on a kitchen counter out in the open.
On.
Just running around his house without no drawers on like you Winnie the Pooh and shit.
Right, like a Winnie, yeah. Running through his house with no panties like a Winnie. Hey. That's a real thing. You in his shirt.
I can't take
and where's your man?
We gotta get out of here.
On the couch.
We've been talking that ear off. I don't even know what we talked about today. What?
Yeah, where's your man? Because you're on the counter. See? There you are.
Talking about hot Cheetos. See, I can't do it.
Well, I'm done with this because now I'm hot. And I'm hot and I don't even have anything to drink. You're being too loud. Now you've made me feel really embarrassed. I'm done.
Are you blushing?
A little bit. Do you see? Yeah, my cheeks turning red. Can you guys see it on the camera? Okay, let's do it. All right. We done because I'm tired of this. I'm over really it. Triggered.
I don't know what we talked about, but I hope it was entertaining because I can't remember. I feel like it's only incense that's burning, but I don't know. I feel like it might be something else. I don't know because the way it got me feeling
around the brows.
The way it got me feeling, I don't know.
Okay. I want to
go. Got us on something else, but we're getting out of here. We will see you next week. Yes, we will. Otherwise, may your tummies get flatter. You okay?
And the booties get fatter.
And we'll see you next week.
Bye.